Okay.
Well, just a little bit more, and then I'll talk. He's clicking on there, doing some things.
Oh, okay.
We'll just wait a little longer, Mr. Grace. That's the thing with the Open Meeting Act, it's sort of available if anybody wanted to hear.
I think it should be back. I think I was hearing an echo when I was doing a test, so I think people should be able to hear it now.
Yeah, he's good. He's back on, so just watch on your sound. Some of it has it there, got it, but he's delayed a little bit if you can.
Yeah.
So we're ready, Mr. Grace. Ready for me?
Okay. We ready for superintendent's information?
Yeah. Somebody needs to mute the live stream. Who has that on there? Somebody does. We're good? Okay.
Okay, item 3, superintendent's information.
Okay. But just wanted to let you guys know that trying to keep you guys updated on everything that's going on. I'm still getting the feedback, but I'm getting information about every day, sometimes from the state superintendent. So I'm sharing that out to all the principals, all the directors, and then also to you guys, the board members. So just keeping you updated. Right now, we're doing food delivery today. Yeah. Who has the live stream still on from the thing? Check your, because it's feeding back big time.
Mr. Tillman, I think you can mute everybody that's out here other than yourself, to where you can't hear any of that.
No, I'm hearing Dan, so
there's a lot of feedback.
yeah, that's what somebody has the live stream on that is kind of.
Is Ben's mic open in the board office where he's videoing? Because he's basically videoing a screen, and it's, you understand what I mean? Maybe it could be his mic. So double check that.
Yeah, no, I don't have the I don't have any sound coming out right now, so no.
Okay. Yeah, I turned I got off of YouTube just in case it was me. I had it muted, but I got rid of it completely just to make sure.
That's probably the best bet if you have it up, just to go ahead and close that window.
I have mine completely muted, so I'm gonna turn it off just.
We're turning ours off then.
How's that? Good? I'm getting feedback from Dan. I don't know, it's just repeating in there. Okay, let's try it. Can you guys hear me? Nod your head, I guess. We're good?
Yes, we're good.
Superintendent's information. Just want to let you know, Mr. is keeping us up to date, and we're trying to communicate every day something's changing. So the National Guard is getting involved, but right now they are not coming to deliver food. So we're strictly going with volunteers who's able to, my internet's unstable. We're strictly just volunteers, who's able to volunteer at our schools, who's able to help. We've had our bus drivers have been incredible, like Mr. Price said in his prayer. It's been a huge team effort, and from the principals to the directors to the essential workers. I mean, we got teachers coming in, the cooks. There isn't getting nervous and scared, and we're continuing to complete the feeding to all our kids. So we're doing that still. I'll keep you updated. And that's just mainly where we're at. So I'll just keep you posted on anything coming in. So I just want to let you know that. That's about it, Mr. Grace.
Okay.
Delegations.
Item number 4, can I assume there's no delegations?
No, sir.
Okay. Item 5, superintendent's recommendations. Approval of the minutes for the statutory and regular meeting, March 9th, 2020. Is there a motion?
So moved, Mr. President.
I'll second.
I'd second that motion.
Moved and second to approve the statutory and regular meeting minutes of March the 9th, 2020. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? We are approved. Item B, personnel matters, resignations, professional personnel, the next page, service personnel, and under that, extracurricular. Is there a motion?
So moved, Mr. President. Mr. President, I second that motion.
Moved and properly second to approve the superintendent's recommendation as outlined under personnel matters. Any questions or comments?
We have Jay Yeager and Bill Jones on that one.
Any questions or comments, board members? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? We are approved. Item 6 is discussion related to the construction project of Valley High School's field house.
Mr. Grace, we did give you an email, an update there. Jeff's going to provide you with any additional information. Most of it was in that email, and what we're doing with the Valley Project, Lancaster.
The main thing really that we need to know right now is there is a bid opening. We have pre-bid opening this afternoon. We're actually doing the safe social distancing, actually having them come in and call us from the cell phone from the parking lot. That's kind of our ways we're going to do this. We're going to provide everybody with the documents that we have and the changes that we made to them. So we've had quite a bit of interest, really. So we're going to bid the project out again. And the bid opening is the 9th. So we're trying to turn things around and get things moving.
Okay. Board members, questions or comments?
Is that still the company doing all the work?
Yes, that's how we're bidding it out. Yes, sir.
Any other questions or comments? Anybody?
Just quickly, Mr. Lancaster, just want to say thanks. I know you're working diligently in a difficult circumstance here on that project that's been way overdue. So thanks for your effort and everybody that's involved in that.
Thank you. I'm going to shout out to Cody and Brian Jones. That's time.
Good. Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Lancaster.
Thank you.
Okay. Item 7 is the treasurer's report, approval of transfers and increases in the budget. Mr. Lancaster.
I have nothing for you today.
No action needed?
No action needed.
Okay. Item 8, student expulsion hearings. Student case A, student case B, and student case C. Mr. Thomas.
All three, issued each student and their guardian has signed the waiver for, waiving. They all agreed with the, punishment, so we're with the state, with the violation of state code. I'll recommend, student A, student B, and student C being expelled for the remainder of the year for violation of State Schools Act. So, 10.
Yeah, Mr. President, I would move that, we follow the superintendent's recommendations as outlined in the agenda and expel student A, student B, and student C for the remainder of the school year.
If I can I jump in just for a second? It's hard, right? Because we can't do this in some ways like we normally would, because we can't get into executive session. I guess just personally, the two most sobering things about this role is when you're dealing with students issues like this with expulsions and so forth and personnel. And without the ability to ask any questions, that's not a mistrust of Mr. Tony at all, by the way. I understand we've got waivers. I'm challenged by voting to expel a student without being able to be sure I understand enough. And that's just personal, by the way. I don't necessarily compel anybody else to think that way. So I just wanted to interject that if you wonder why I respond one way or the other here.
That's again, they waive their hearing, so with the information they get that I have, that's an automatic expulsion. So state code is really the board is shall expel. So that's where we're at.
I'll second that motion.
Okay, it's been moved and properly second to sustain the superintendent's decision regarding the expulsion. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Others opposed?
No, just on principle.
Okay. Let the record show it was a 4-1 vote in favor of sustaining the superintendent's recommendation.
And I apologize, by the way, if that's my lack of clarity, then I accept responsibility for that, but that's just my personal.
Not a problem. Don't worry about that, Brown. We're good. Item 10, action deemed appropriate concerning, is this an additional one, Mr. Cummings?
What's that? No, that's the action on those,
Okay, I'm sorry.
Executive, so 10 was that action, yes, sir.
I got you, okay. Item 11 is board member committee reports. And, I don't know how to really say this. I attended a Monty meeting and I don't really have the notes in front of me. Ed, do you have those notes by any chance? We can do this the next board meeting, if that's okay.
And I'll send them out I was looking at right there to send to them, but, there wasn't much, I mean, I'm trying to remember what all we talked about. I don't have it in front of me. I was trying to pull up the email right here on my phone, but,
It's not that earth-shaking. We can do that at the next board meeting. I did want folks to know that I participated in a conference call with the Safety School Boards Association on March 17th at 1 p.m. And I briefly wanted to go through a couple things here. Many of those items we already know to be true. Much of this was dealing with hired super and his recommendations for counties. And apparently there has been some, poor communications from the state superintendent to the different superintendents. It indicated that one superintendent had required, initially that, teachers and service personnel reports. And then very shortly thereafter, the state superintendent overrode that. Beyond that, I don't think there's anything in here of any real significance. I think the big thing that the association had, the big problem they had was the lack of communication with the state superintendent. And I think, Mr. Tubman, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's probably been resolved. Apparently, he's communicating a lot better with the county superintendents. Is that an accurate statement?
You know, I think that's probably the hard part, because you got Howard McCall that's trying to work with you guys, the school board, and trying to find out stuff from every 5 board members to each county. But I feel that Clayton Birch has communicated very well. You know, the governor will want to say something, and then Clayton Birch is sitting there and trying to work out stuff. I think there's been incredible communication. You know, we get the hard part is we get 55 replies, and everybody has their own little issue. You know, at one point, Ohio County, you know, quit doing their serving the kids, and then next thing you know, they're opening back up and doing that this week. So we're just surviving, doing the best we can, and trying to continue doing some stuff. There was information out on the Metro News about Jefferson County closing for the remainder of the year. So those things are going on. You know, I've been talking to superintendents nationally. There's superintendents out in Washington State, and then what's going on, their governor seems very aggressive on doing some things quickly. So I think the communication's been good, but the issue is how long we continue and who's going to help us when we don't have staff to continue helping or feel comfortable. And that's going to be the tough part. So, but communication, you know, anytime if someone's ready to blame that, but I think the hard part from the school board association, the superintendent, trying to get things back. I've gave you guys things that the state superintendent sends. You know, even at one point they talked about the fact and answer sheet from the finance department. I sent that to you guys. I sent that to the principals, and I sent that to all the directors. Mr. Lancaster had that, but again, I think principals can answer some of those questions about extracurricular duties. How much do we pay? I've got all that out there, but it went out on the union sites, and there was some little bit of issues on that. But we're just trying to solve all these problems from each department sending things in. You know, from what Amanda, child nutrition. I mean, every day there's some federal guidelines that's been changed and been waived. The technology's ongoing. It's been a work in process while we're floating down the stream as fast as we can, and that's the hard part. But I think the communication's been pretty good. I'm trying to keep you guys up along with the principals and directors, and hopefully it filters out that way, and we continue to communicate anything that's going on.
Okay. Board members, any questions or comments? Okay. Any other committee reports, anyone?
So, Mr. Cook, you have anything?
No, sir, not this time.
And what we're doing academically is seeing what we can do, the best we can do to work with parents and work with their guardians and work with the teachers and principals of keeping our kids engaged. And that's been the direction from the State Department. And like I said, we worry about doing too much, but it's been an ongoing process. So I keep you in the, I'm trying to send you guys everything that we get from the State Department and what we can do. The meal served has been incredible. What we've got response back, you know, from kids that's access the internet. We sent home packets that I think there was like 250 some packets we had to send from the riverfront out in the county. I think there was a total of 3 that they collected. So that was amazing effort, what they did out in the county of getting everything to their students. So I think it's been a process. It's been I just don't want to leave anybody out. Everybody's been doing a tremendous job, and we're keeping in communication with the directors, high office staff, trying to keep you guys in the information along with all the staff. Just I've done a very good job on social media, keeping everybody alerted on anything changing. So anything that you see, let me know. You guys are the eyes and ears, and got any information, let me know if I can get some things out. Looks like we got 18 people watching, is what I see on the YouTube. And again, it was nice to have this meeting this way and continue, and we'll see what happens in the April meeting. And any feedback we get, we'll try to see what we can correct. And I just ask all of you, it's been tough, a lot of stress on everybody. That I can't go on about what our staff has done and our students. You know, it's all been a part of my student advisory. I called all my seniors the other day and talked to them. Those kids are incredible. And you know, sitting in those meetings, how good the kids are. But I'm gonna reach out to seniors, sophomores and freshmen. I talked to those seniors, and you know, I sent an email out last night. Maybe we can do a senior spotlight on our social media. A couple seniors every day or something. Put something out and recognize those kids. But just trying to keep going. The numbers of people with the virus, that's concerning, and just again, stay safe. I think this worked out pretty well. We'll continue that. Again, if I got to talk to two of you, maybe I could shoot out a Zoom and talk to two of you, but I think I've been in communication with you guys pretty good. And then again, through Cook, along with the director, material staff, Joe Beth, Tina doing the social media, from Amanda. I mean, it's every day changing her requirements with food service. And Brian, the bus drivers, he's had 100% drivers. I talked to Sandy with the bus drivers. Sandy, I can't think of Sandy's last name. Yeah, Sandy Hurst. But Sandy was incredible. Bus drivers, 100%. The other day, I think Brian had to go to the substitutes and get 2. And those guys delivering along with the bus aides or instructional aides that's volunteering. Today, I'm anxious to hear how it went. But again, I can't say. I look at talk to the other superintendents out in the state. I'm talking to superintendents nationally on my STEM committee. It's been tough, and we're just trying to communicate and trying to figure out the best ways and see what we can continue doing to get through this issue. So.
Just tell them if I can just jump in on you then on that. And I know that all the board members, I'm sure, will have maybe something to say as it relates to this too, but I just want to personally thank everybody. There are good people in Wetzel County, and a lot of those good people work for Wetzel County Schools, and they're doing great things in challenging times. And so from everybody, from administrative to teachers to our service personnel, to everybody in our county has been just doing tremendous things. Personally, thank you, and I know the board appreciates all of the labor and work that's been going in. Who could have ever imagined this? Not even just 3 or 4 weeks ago. Who could have imagined this prolonged situation that we're in? And there's going to be more work coming. So thank you to everyone who's diligently working on these things.
Who would have ever thought that snow packet would have somewhat prepared us for creating these packets? But I also want to put out that shout out to everyone involved, from a board member's aspect and also from a parent. Any complications that my kids have run into, they emailed their teachers. Generally, I'd say within 20 minutes, we've had a response. And I'm going to throw out the special shout out to Amanda McPherson for all of her work, because we all know I can't stand the idea of a hungry child. And the amount of food that we have put out is astounding and in some respects comforting. I would like to make sure that we're always, that we have all the volunteers that we need. I have had a couple of people call me wanting to know if there's anything they can do, those that are not employed with the county. So if at any point we come to that, there are plenty of groups out there that are also wanting to volunteer and help.
I think any of those groups, if you're aware of, you let me know and we'll keep them in the loop too. I think that's incredible. And I spoke to all the cafeteria managers, all 4 of them, the other day, Wednesday. And like I said, their heart's in it. They're trying to do what they can do. And, it's been incredible. And again, they're scared and, nervous also. So we'll just see what we're able to continue to do.
I want to second everything that's been said. Mrs. Yeager right now is out delivering meals. And so I want to thank all the bus operators and the aides, the teachers, maintenance, all the administration. It's really something to, and as she tells me when she comes back, she describes how the people stand out along the road and really are in need of these meals. These children, they're waiting for the food for these children, which is just a great thing. And we need to continue this as long as we have to. And again, I just want to thank everybody for their hard work and dedication.
I just wanted to say that, you know, what everyone has said has been just absolutely right on. You know, when things get difficult, you find out the quality of people that you're working with. I hated the fact that this happened, but, you know, we certainly may not be done. This may be going on for quite a while, and we certainly hope not, but I absolutely, if we could get something into the newspaper and do some things online to thank everyone. It's just been incredible. It brings out the best in people when you have these difficult times like this. And Amanda and you guys and teachers and service personnel and bus drivers, you know, it's just been a wonderful time to kind of sit back and look and say, you know, it's a good school system. It's been a good school system, and it's just another example of what we're all about. So thank everyone, if you would.
There's been a lot of decisions happening fast, and like I said, sometimes you don't have the opportunity to sit and weigh on it. You got to make it fast, and I've been impressed. Ben's right there in the office putting this on out to the public. You know, he just purchased the ability to have internet parking lots, and you know, I did see one negative comment on our social media about that, but we're going to have those, and that's the tough part. But I can say, like I said, everybody, look at Jeff up here, what he's continued doing to keep bills being paid, and his staff, and it's just been unreal. So we've got you know, special ed needs. We've got everything going on. It's just been you know, from the Office of Instruction down at the State Department giving us information. So unreal. Anything?
Any other comments?
Can we talk about waste management?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
Can we talk briefly about our next meeting, which is the April 8th budget work session?
Okay. Go ahead, Jeff. We're good.
Ben and I talked a little this morning on the best way to do this. I mean, we've got that budget work session coming up. Normally we're sitting around the boardroom and I'm giving that presentation. I certainly can record my presentation, get that done, and then maybe have a board meeting, get that out to everybody in the meeting about that. I'm not sure the best way to do that. April 8th is tough, but I'm making progress, but it's tough because the budget isn't just done by me, it's done by, you know, I have to have a lot of input from everybody, and everybody's reaching out to me, but there's still so many things that we have to put together. I can have a meeting on the if we want to do that. But
I think, let me work on that with Jeff and see what we're doing and then to make a decision where we're at. I think, and then I'll take it to the board members what we've got, but I don't think we should record something and put it out. I think, I think we should, we can figure something out, I think.
okay. Is there a problem with moving that April 8th meeting back? Because we are early.
No, I think we could. We'll just wait and, I thought Archie was gonna wait and see where you're at and go from there, and we can bring that up, and I can amend that. I know we got April 8th on here, but we can just hold off on that, and, on the bottom of that end of Mr. Grace, if you're okay with that, and the other board members.
So the April 8th meeting is not going to occur?
If we're waiting to see, so we can set it and reschedule if you want. I mean, I think he's feeling like he's okay with it, but he just doesn't know with his staff members being not in the building, working with that, doing some things over online and all that, correct, Mr. Lancaster?
If we could move it back a week or so, I think that could get more, the meeting would be better. I think I'd more.
So
Okay,
let's say, let's just reschedule that, and then we can always set that anytime, work session, you just get it out, 2 days, really a day and a half ahead of time, so.
okay.
We'll just scratch it 8, and then we'll put a date on that, and I'll get your all's approval for that, and then I'll send something out.
Okay.
We're okay, Jeff, on statutory timelines and things like that, if we push it.
The only one that's statutorily required is the, April 21st meeting, and we're not adopting the proposed budget till May 11th. So, my meeting earlier than probably most budget meetings in the state, I would assume. I don't know that that's true, but I usually do that early so we have time to rework some things, but we're certainly in good shape to move back.
Okay.
On another note there, the April 13th meeting is listed at 6 PM. Now, it makes no difference to me what time it is, but if we could have it earlier, that would be better for the staff as far as having it then. That's the only thing I'm thinking about. I'm willing to meet whenever.
Anyone else?
Good, Mr. Grace?
Well, I'm just saying, does anybody else have a thought on the April 13th meeting? You want to move that to 9 again?
Have we gotten any kind of feedback on when we did move this one to 9 in the morning? I mean, I'm just trying to get a sense as whether we're reaching the public like we need to. But I guess with the stay-at-home order that's going to continue, then you're going to be able to reach the public at any point in time if they're interested.
I haven't heard anything, but again, sometimes as a superintendent, I'm the last one to hear things. Guys are the ones that sometimes hear stuff, so I haven't heard anything.
I haven't heard.
So,
Want to do another 9 a.m. meeting?
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, 9 o'clock's fine. Yeah, that's okay with me.
okay. Got it. So we got the next scheduled date. Mr. Grace, I will email the, okay.
I'm just checking to see others. Amy?
All I was gonna say was, Jeff mentioned videoing part of the description of everything for the, budget meeting. Me personally, I kind of like that idea. Just, that's a large time slot of him going through all slides. And I actually think it's a really good idea, just something to really consider. Let him go through, make a video, go through all the line items and explain everything, and then we can set the time and date of meeting, get together and pick everything apart and go through it, and have our discussion at that point.
Sir, I have a budget workshop to be out there for the public. Everything's got to be in the public, so that's my concern. So I'll check on that.
Okay.
Your work needs to be in the public, so.
Right, I'm just thinking it wouldn't be actual discussion, him just going through the items. And it's however we want to work it, it really doesn't matter.
So Ed, what do you want to do here?
Well, right now, we'll set that later, the workshop. I said I'll get back with you guys, we'll set a date, and then I'll figure out all the other stuff. So really, a decision on that date. Because right now, we're not going to approve the 9th right now, or the 8th. And then let's accept it. All we got to do is end with the April 13th meeting at 9 o'clock. And then I'll let you know on a budget work session and how we can do that. If I can have Jeff record and do something this way, we'll figure that out. That will work.
Okay. That sounds like a plan to me.
Okay.
Is there anything else? No. Board members?
Well, thank you guys. This has been interesting.
Yes, it has.
Yeah, and I appreciate you guys with the quick workshop last night, and individual calls and doing some Zoom individual, and appreciate all that. The practice Zoom we did, so that was interesting. So I did make sure I put on the email. We did not do it as a group, we individually. So if anybody has any thoughts that way, we did them individually, and yeah, I could only have 2 of you if we did that anyhow. So just appreciate you guys on that, and thank you all. And the other directors, like I said, I'll keep them in the loop, but they had some things. We'll keep coming. Thank you. Good.
Okay. With the date and time of the next meeting having been established, I move for adjournment.
A second.
Second, that motion.
Been moved and properly seconded to adjourn. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? We are adjourned. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Stay safe, everyone.
Aye.